Right, thank you very much. Now, thank you for that lovely introduction. I am a stand-up comedian, but this isn't comedy, what I'm going to do. Actually, I don't know what it is yet. It's not story, it's not comedy. I think it's catharsis more than anything else. But I want to put some context into play. It's a piece called The 11 Deaths of Lee Moore, Stand-Up Comedian. And it's the 11 sort of little descriptions of material that I've done that's died on its arse on comedy stages around the Northwest. There are little descriptions and maybe a line. It's all out of context. You're not necessarily supposed to laugh at it, so if you don't, it's completely okay. I won't feel uncomfortable, you won't feel uncomfortable, we're all right. So there's a little description and then a little post-mortem as to why it was shit, basically. Imagine, if you will, there are 11 gravestones to my comedy dreams, so no pressure. So, number 1, Brian Blessed. A piece about the fundamental interconnectedness of large bearded men on a subatomic level. Something about Brian Blessed being fundamentally immortal. Gratuitous use of guns alive! A crowd at the Frog and Bucket up the road stared balefully at me, longing for a cock joke to break the mirth-free silence. Rest in peace. Number 2. The manliest barbers ever anecdote. This was an early attempt at low-high status juxtaposition. It was rambling and boring. Rest in peace. Number 3, I'll tidy up after. Number 3, his dark material. This was a chance to try doing darker material, taking in religious violence and the inference of clergy paedophilia. Culminating in a moment where it was suggested that due to the support for the Catholic belief against contraception in Africa, Pope Benedict was possibly responsible for the deaths of more non-Aryans than Hitler. Yeah. I was announced to the crowd as a nice, cuddly panda of a man who you'd want to receive a deathbed hug from. The contrast between that intro and the material required a level of cognitive dissonance unfair to expect from a room full of strangers. Rest in peace. Number 4, the mathematics of attraction. What the different men of different ages look for in a woman in percentage form. It was essentially a lazy observation about how men like breasts to a room exclusively made up of gay men and women. Like sowing seeds on rocky ground. Rest in peace. Literally. And number 5, political satire. I likened my relationship with the Liberal Democrats and that of the Lib Dems with the Tories post-coalition to that of a beaten wife refusing to leave her abusive husband on the off chance he might change. Just shit. Number 6, the male equivalent of a woman's low-cut top is a pair of low-cut trousers, stopping just above the tip of the penis. It resulted in a nice Yorkshire crowd considering my barely clad knob. Stricken silence. Rest in peace. Number 7, World of Warcraft computer game statistics. Involved the line, drank 318 pots of pungent seal whey. Too niche. Rest in peace. Number 8, comedy about what I look like. This is a chance at satirising the stand-up conventions of doing comedy about what you look like, while doing material about what I look like. I was trying to have my cake and eat it. Didn't work. It ended with the line, again this is out of context, the atoms of your bones are tightly bound together, denoting a solid state of matter. You look just like a table. Drunk Saturday night crowd, thrown beer bottle. Rest in peace. Number 9, I am the 5th best known Christian comedian in Manchester. And related anecdotes, at the time this was true. Done to a room full of poets. Poets hate Christians. As lions do. Number 10. I don't know about that. Inappropriate sponsor relationships based on Cadbury's acting as official treat provider to the Olympics. I'm not proud of what happened next. The suggestions that I came up with included the only reference to rape I have ever made in a joke at the expense of cancer sufferers, and one involving a mosque and the inappropriate use of pork scratchings. I told you I wasn't proud. At the end, an angry, bald white man came up to me, said he enjoyed it, and asked if I wanted a spot at an anti-Islamic fundraiser. Absolutely true. I never performed any of that material again, and I actually couldn't face doing stand-up for 3 months as a result of coming up with those jokes. So rest in peace. In fact, actually not rest in peace, that bit can just stay dead forever. And finally, number 11, mime an imagined conversation between a Dr. Evil-style megalomaniac and the super-intelligent sharks he is trained to attack Europeans. Possibly based on a news story, I don't really remember. A room full of blank, confused faces, followed by the single most inadvertently cutting piece of feedback I've ever received after a gig. Well, I enjoyed it. I didn't laugh much, mind, but you were really nice to listen to.